Good morning, students. I welcome you all for the online class of business studies. Today I will be going to explain the Startups India scheme, and today I will be going to complete the 8th chapter of small business. Some of the topic, as I already said, was from the new book. So I am taken today. I had taken that topics which has been left out from the new books. Okay, here one of the scheme is there. Startup India scheme has been started. In Startup India, for the small scale industry, the scheme was an encouraging the small income key people to start up their own business and to do self-employment. Startup India is an action plan to develop an ecosystem to promote and nurture entrepreneurship across the country. Okay, and for that, this scheme is there. Startup India scheme came. Startup India is an initiative of Government of India. Government is offering various bank financing schemes to promote startups. The campaign was first announced by Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi so as to make development of our country. As we can see this scheme when it was there, many small scale industries were humiliated by the foreign MNCs company because this foreign MNC company, they were using the raw materials and many of the semi-finished product of our country, but finally converted into finished product. They were giving the name of their own company instead of giving India. So their company Prime Minister has been given the permission that if the goods are produced in our country, then in the particular parts of the in the particular thing, it must be written made in India. So Startup India is an initiative of Government of India. Government is offering various bank financing schemes to promote the startup. The campaign was first announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his speech on 15th August 2015 about the Startup India. Meaning definition, what is startup? Let us see. What do you mean by startup? Startup means it was you can say it is a word which was taken for this scheme so as to encourage more and more people, if they are having small investment also, to start up their own business, and by putting the name of our own country. A startup is a business enterprise in the form of private limited company, partnership, limited liability partnership, or sole proprietor registered in India, which was started less than 5 years ago, and now it is over. Now it is a 6 years over and have annual turnover of less than 25 crore. To be eligible for startup, the enterprise should not have formed by splitting up or reconstruction, and its turnover should not exceed 25 crore since its existence. That is a startup scheme. Various schemes and ways to fund startup by Government of India are as follows. The Government of India is taking a lot of steps to increase startup projects. Common schemes benefit offered by government are no inspection. Under this scheme, no inspection would be carried out at startup for 3 years regarding labor law, etc. Okay, so there is no inspection will be coming for this Startup India scheme till the 3 years. After 3 years, they can come and inspect whether the business is proper or not. Income tax exemption. Startup India scheme, under that anyone start up the business by registering their name in the list. Income tax exemption will be there to that available for the first 3 years. This exemption is available only after obtaining a certificate from interministerial board set up for this purpose. Registration, when we see, the government has launched a mobile app in April 2016 and a portal that will allow startup to get registered in one day. In addition, there will be a single window for clearance, approvals and registration. Capital gain tax exemption. The startup can claim a capital gain tax exemption also for first 3 years. Funding schemes for startup. Government has announced 10,000 crore fund for new startup and rupee 500 crore for credit guarantee scheme. Even foreign aid is also provided to startup. For example, a SoftBank of Japan invested $2 million in Indian startups. Benefits in patent and intellectual property rights. In patent cost, startup can claim an 80% rebate. That means if a startup applies for patent, the government will give 80% rebate in fees. Even faster patent registration and protection for intellectual property rights are also provided under this scheme. So these are the various benefits students by the government if the company startup under the scheme of Startup India scheme. No inspection will be there till the 3 years. Income tax exemption will be there for this company up to 3 years, but they must get the permission from interministerial board set up for this purpose. Registration, there is government has launched a mobile app in 2016 where they can get, and a portal is there where they can easily get registered in one day. They don't have to spend the time for getting registration. Next is capital gain tax exemption. Definitely the startup can claim a capital gain tax exemption also for first 3 years. Means the profit which they are earning in the long term way, the long term profit which the Startup India scheme people will be earning, they can get exemption from the tax, capital tax from the government. Funding scheme for startup. Government has announced 10,000 crore fund for new startup and rupees 500 crore for credit guarantee scheme. Even foreign aid is also provided to startup. For example, a SoftBank of Japan invested $2 million in Indian startup. Benefit in patent and intellectual property right, where we have learned in patent cost also they will be getting claim 80% rebate. That means if a startup applies for patent, the government will give 80% rebate in fees for getting patent. Now the next thing is following the list of 10 funding option for startup to help raise capital. We have already learned one institutional support we have learned. In that many points we have learned, but now we will be learning more how the Startup India scheme can raise the capital for the business. Very first, crowdfunding as a funding option. Crowdfunding is one of the newer ways of funding a startup that has been gaining lot of popularity nowadays. Lately, it is like taking a loan, pre-order contribution or investment from more than one person at the same time. This is how crowding works. An entrepreneur will put up a detailed description of his business on a crowdfunding platform. He will mention the goals of his business, plans for making a profit, how much funding he needs and for what reason. And then investor can read about the business and give money if they like the idea. Those giving money will make online pledges for the promise of pre-buying the production of giving a donation. Anyone can contribute money towards helping a business that they really believe in. So that is the method known as how to raise a capital with the way of startup for the Startup India scheme. So crowding funding as a funding option. Now the next is self-funding. When we learn about self-funding to start business, self-funding is first option on large. Later stage investors may get attracted. So self-funding is also a technique where the business self-funding is first option. Their businessman or the owner can arrange a fund for themselves for the running the business. Get angel investment in your startup. Angel investors are individuals with surplus cash and keep interest to invest in upcoming startup. Angel investors have helped to start up many prominent companies including Google, Yahoo and Alibaba. This alternative form of investing generally occur in a company's early stages of growth with investors expecting up to 30% equity. They prefer to take more risk in investment for higher returns. So there is get angel investment is also there for the increasing the capital of the company of the Startup India by angel investors like startup many prominent companies including Google, Yahoo and Alibaba's are there. Alibaba sites are there, websites are there where they can apply for the investment in their startup business. Get venture capital for your business. What is a venture capital, student? For the event to be done, the capital is for the event is held. Venture capitals are professionally managed funds to invest in companies that have huge potential. They usually invest in a business against equity and exit when there is IPO or an acquisition. Raise funds by winning contests. Definitely, this is another method for raising capital in the Startup India scheme. An increase in the number of contests has tremendously helped to maximize its opportunities for fundraising. It encourages entrepreneurs with business ideas to set up their own business. In such competition, you either have to build a product or prepare a business plan. Get funding from business incubators and accelerators. This is another way of increasing the capital. By this way, early stage businesses can consider incubator and accelerator program as a funding option. These are the options by which any Startup India company can raise their capital in the form of to increase the business. It is found in almost every major city. This program assists hundreds of startup business every year. Raise money through bank loan. Definitely this method you are very much familiar. If the Startup India want to expand the business and for that they require the money, how could they do? Normally banks are the first place the entrepreneurs go when thinking about funding. Almost every bank in India offers finance through various programs. For instance, leading Indian banks SBI, HDFC, ICICI and Axis Bank have more than 7 to 8 different options to offer collateral free business loans. Next is Get business loan NBFC. Non-banking financial companies are also there to help and support the startup India to raise the capital. NBFC provides services to those who not have the access to conventional banking services. It is increasingly becoming popular for those whose requirements are limited and credit ratings not favored by bank. Government programs that offer startup capital. The government program of India has launched 10,000 crore startup fund in the startup fund in the union budget to improve the startup ecosystem in India. Further, the government has also launched various schemes such as central government schemes, Bank of Ideas and innovative programs in order to boost innovative product companies. It is central government scheme. Second is Pradhan Mantri Micro Unit Development and Refinance Agency Limited to extend benefits of to 10 lakh small and medium enterprises. SIDBI, Small and Industrial Development Bank of India, also offered business loans to MSME sector. State government schemes. State government schemes, when we see student, Kerala State Self Entrepreneur Development Mission, KSSEDM, Maharashtra Center for Entrepreneurship Development, Rajasthan Startup Fest, etc. are the place where we can make the development through the way of Startup India. This Startup India scheme had made many development in many of the underdeveloped states of the country and have encouraged the people to start up their own business and to do self-employed. These schemes are set up to boost up small business in India more in numbers and to give employment opportunity, self-employment opportunity to a number of peoples. Next topic is intellectual property rights, IPR, and entrepreneurship. Intellectual property, example student, your brain is your intellectual property, your name is your intellectual property. No one can claim over it, no one can take it from you, it cannot be separated from you. So intellectual property rights like copyright, patents will be there of the companies. Intellectual property rights allow innovative entrepreneurs to protect their inventions and also give an edge over your competitors. Okay, so IPR is an act which is framed to make your business to more innovative than the other competitors, so has to be in the market. What is the IP system? General definition of IPR is intellectual property is divided into two categories. Very first, industrial properties, and the second is copyright, as I already said. Industrial property, which includes inventions, that is patents, trademarks, industrial designs and geographic indications, whereas copyright, which includes literary and artistic works. Intellectual property rights refer to the general term for the assignment of property rights on these assets. The IP system has an asset for an innovative entrepreneurship. Let us see how IP system is an asset for an innovative entrepreneurship. The intellectual property right is very important and beneficial for innovative entrepreneur in the following ways. Very first, IPR gives entrepreneur property rights on intangible assets. Innovative potential get market value. Especially upcoming entrepreneur can make their name and place in the market with IPR. Research shows that more than 25% patents are taken by new and upcoming entrepreneurs. IPR give an edge over your competitor and can help you to become leader in your field. So these are the benefits of IPR, students. If you take the copyright, definitely that company cannot be used by anyone else. That company ideas, name or not only name, ideas, the things, what the planning that the company had made, that cannot be taken by any other else. That way they can be saved from their competitors and they can also be able to fight with the competitors' product. Intellectual property include copyrights, patent and trademark. Copyright, when we see students, copyright protection gives the copyright holder the exclusive right to copy the work, modify it, that is creating derivative works, and distribute, perform and display the publicly. Means copyright, like books are having copyright. The contents of the book, as it is written one book, the another author cannot use the same way. So that is the copyright. Patent, when we see, patents are the good name. Patents protect processes, methods and inventions that are novel, non-obvious and useful. If granted, a patent gives you monopoly on selling, using, making and importing or importing an invention. Trademarks, when we say trademark is a mark which will help your product to be sold. It is a permission by the government that your product can be sold in the market. So a trademark is a general trust of the people, is like a brand name. If it is any word or symbol that represent a product to identify and distinguish it from other product in the marketplace. So trademark like ISI mark, Woolmark, Hallmark, these are the trademark which is generally provided to a particular product. Classification I already explained to you, so nothing is there. So this chapter gets over, student. As I insisted you to complete the project file and submit on the 24th of September. Try to submit so that I can check for the midterm examination. So please submit your BST as well as economics file on 24th September so as to get it checked. Okay, it is compulsory for everyone to submit on 24th or 24th only, not 25. 24th I want the file to be get completed and it has to be submitted. Okay, I hope you have started making the files and it will get completed. Thank you for today's class. Have a nice day.